Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly consider to like this video. Consider to give us your opinion at the comment section below. In leadership, we must be integrity to ourselves, and we must be honest, and we must be confident on whatever we are saying. Mthika Linturi, in an interview which was done by Sam Gituku as Citizen TV, he totally embarrassed himself, and he exposed himself that he lacked knowledge on the docket it was given by President Ruto. As Alan is coming out and shaming Mthika Linturi by not speaking the truth on the fake fertilizer puzzle which we are now experiencing in our country. And I asked myself while listening to these two young gentlemen, is there any senior person in the government who is behind this fake fertilizer? And I said the answer might be yes, in a low tone. Because on how Mthika Linturi was responding to the interview classes or question, it was somehow lack of confidence, and he couldn't even expose himself much better. As Alan, sincerely speaking, deconstructed Mthika Linturi on a phone call audio at Citizen TV. That is whatever took place in the interview. I want you to check on how Alan was really deconstructing our OCS, who was not even capable to defend himself.
Beyond reaching out via the official channels that we have done, to then take it to his office personally. He has official communication channels. We reached out via Kilimo. We spoke to Mr. Marete, who is in his office. We reached out. Our journalist, Ms. Mthika, wrote to him on the 15th of February this year. The story ran on the 10th of March. So this thing of saying that he was not served personally is not a personal. He is a cabinet secretary serving on behalf of the Republic of Kenya. He must remember that. And I'm taking very, very great exception to the fact that he keeps on dragging our name through the mud when it is us who have brought this issue to the attention of the public. Mr. Linturi, if he is what he is told as the cabinet secretary, must apologize to our organization and to the nation for doing something like this.
Okay, maybe you may respond so that we can move on.
I've not heard what I'm responding to.
No, he's saying that you have been defaming the organization that he works with or he works for, which is unwarranted. He also says that the story that they run is not a personal interest, it's the question of public interest, which I believe you would be interested in.
Gituku, you know, I've just been making very fair comments. Right, about him and the people that he works around with.
Calling someone a crook is not fair.
Yeah, because you see, I don't think I'm telling you just show me I think, but I am telling you the number of times that I've made reference to where he works or he works with is because this is not, he should also tell this, the people of this country, this is not the first time he has written a story and a report like this on me, on issues that he never substantiated. I ran me and I kept quiet. I decided not even to go to court. So when I'm told he's done a story of these things, that I don't bother because I don't want to get to that history.
Okay.
Right? Because there's a different chapter I have started. So please understand, and what I'm saying is a fair comment I did. Right? So you must really understand where I'm coming from.
Sorry, John Alan, I want us to come to the end of this. What did you want to reply to?
Yeah. When Mr. Linturi is referencing stories that we have done about him before, again, these are based on evidence. If he bothered to look through the story, he would see that it was based on evidence that we found from the integrated financial management system about an issue of procurement of gold medals. While he was senator, there are companies that he owned or had a controlling interest in We did our research. We did our work. We again did it in the public interest. He was the vice chair of the Senate Committee on Agriculture at the time that this was happening. So if he thinks that there's something personal I have against him, again, I do not know this person. I do not know him beyond the fact that he is a public officer. And again, if it is fair comment that he is speaking, if it is fair comment that he's saying that he has given, let him prove what it is about our story is crooked, what it is about me specifically that is crooked. We have courts of law that are both open to myself as well as to him. If he thinks that there is a personal issue between me and him. But again, Sam, this is a distraction. The thing about the fertilizer issue is it is a public interest issue, period.
All right,
Whether
Sam,
he calls me a crook from sun up to sunset, he can continue doing it, but let him go before the public and make himself his ministry position clear about the issuance of the fertilizer that is either substandard or fake, as we had shown in our documentary. That's it.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan.
Gituko, let me say this.
Yes, your final word.
Because I don't want them to continue misleading the public. You know, it's just mentioned that I did work when I was the chair or the vice chair of the Agriculture Committee in Parliament. I have never served in a committee, in any committee of agriculture, either in the Senate or in the Assembly, of the National Assembly. And that's what he's repeating. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong, it's misleading.
What was your committee while at the Senate?
I sat in many. I was vice chair of public investment. In the National Assembly, I was the chair of Public Investment Committee.
Okay. How it all went. Before I carry on with the analysis of this of Mthika linturi, may I take this golden chance, ladies and gentlemen, to thank you for your great support that you are offering to this channel. And it is my hope and prayer that today's analysis is going to find so well wherever you are. Personally, I am fine. And I'm very much grateful for this life. What I want to say before I carry on with this is that let us pray for our country, because our country is really heading into a wrong direction. But those who are in the government, the senior official, the state government people, they are only enjoying the lamb chopped meat in State House. But they don't consider about the future of tomorrow. They lie a lot to the president. And I used to advise my brother Ruto during last year's time that he ought to avoid those who are surrounded by lies under his administration. What I have observed in this cabinet ministry, the truth of the matter is that President Ruto selected his best friends, which is good because sometimes we ought to remind our colleague the far we have come from and anything we've been doing together during adult's life, during youth's age. Because when I look at Mthika linturi was the best friend of Ruto, likewise to Machogu, likewise to Kindiki, and so on and so on. Ruto gave the friends job, but his friends are the ones who are now disappointing him. The issue of fake fertilizer, even the president called out and said, please come out in public and speak the truth. Musalia Mudavadi, the prime cabinet secretary, came out and said, let's stop this mediocrity and speak the truth. Then what went wrong? What is happening here? Our senior CS seems to be a man who is disturbance, incompetence, ignorance, and cannot defend himself when involved in a government case. The minister is still lying, and even the president call this move to be done with immediate effect, as it is at the end of the race. We are seeing total embarrassment involved coming from Mthika linturi. Cannot explain himself. He's just saying 2 weeks, the response was not good. What is interest of Mthika Linturi to protect the agricultural docket? And I am saying that Alan's security should be spies and it should be given high security, because as much as he's trying to fight Mthika Linturi, you know, Africans, they don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. But Alan is right. He's saying and deconstructing Mthika Linturi is preparing Mthika Linturi to be a better president of tomorrow, who don't lie, but who speaks the truth. Who told you Mthika Linturi cannot be the president? Who told you that Alan cannot be the president? And who told you that I cannot be the president? So these are the factors affecting our country. Number one, we lies a lot. This lies is based on leaders we have in our country. And even the current CS during the former CS, of security, Mr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, said it, and he really condemned it, that the government should stop lying and focused on the agenda which they made to Kenyans. And I think that is whatever helped Uhuru Kenyatta, because he had good security, a good cabinet secretary, people like Mutahi Kagwe, and so on and so on. So Mthika Linturi is now embarrassing Kenya Kwanza regime. He cannot explain himself better. But because Alan is saying that Linturi was a chairman of agriculture community, but he was not able to explain further on this, which means Alan Namu is a man who knows Mthika Linturi out. But now you have been lying on agricultural sector. I'm very much happy, and they should be exposed, all of them. And in fact, they should stop this kind of behavior. Then lastly, do you think Linturi is going to solve this problem? How? And at what time? While Kenyans are waiting for something to be done to them. Very sad and so shameful. I call upon Mr. President to check on his cabinet secretary leaders, and he should call an urgent meeting and make these people to work. He should not just take them for granted as a friend. Now look, even Nakumisha have been defeated to solve the doctor's problem. He should convince the president, the government have money, and they should seek on whatever to do in order to rescue our country. Today I didn't want to dwell much on politics, but to rectify some mistakes affecting our country. Because if we don't say them here, they are going to haunt us for a better future. This marks the end of our analysis. What can you say on Mthika Linturi, which have been defeated to expose himself? Bye bye, as you hope to meet on another political discussion. Don't forget to like this video, watch, share, and give us your opinion. Thank you for staying tuned.